So if you have been following this channel, I hope you have been. You know that I released 2 of my short films, and these videos are basically behind the scene type of videos where I talk about how I made it, the process, and what I learned, and maybe some fun that I had in the process. And it's really like that, what is it, Vanity Fair series where a director just break down a scene in a movie that they made or whatever. And I know it kind of sounds self-indulgent, but you get the point. It's just fun for me. I like to talk about things, and hopefully I can learn stuff from it, and then you can learn stuff from it as well. So to begin, some of the backstory, I guess, to the Project Z is that when I saw a poster, actually it's an ad from a theater chain from Taiwan saying that they're asking for short films for their new opening location. They're opening a new theater, and it's almost like this competition thing where you submit a 2-minute short film, and then if they like it, they'll screen it. And that's how I got the motivation to make my first short film, narrative short. And we weren't working with audio, we weren't working with professional lighting or anything like that. They're not even professional actors. They have never been on screen and acting before, so it's just really just a bunch of people trying to put this thing together and have some fun while we're at it. So the first thing that I did, I went to Daniel, one of my only friends, one of my best friend, and if he appeared in a video long ago on this channel. So he did the storyboard for me, and we worked on Skype for a couple of hours, and we have fun while we're at it too. As you can kind of see that it started off really organized and everything. He really paid attention to the details, and after that he just kind of scribble here and there and trying to get the job done, which is fine. Thank you, Daniel, for contributing to this project. Couldn't have made it without you. So Z was just a fun concept. Really, I made it just for that special effect. I had this special effect in mind, and I kind of created a story around that special effect. So it's really nothing much to it. The screenplay is exactly 1 page, so it translates to about 2.5 minutes on screen. Except the official version is a little bit shorter, and there's just so many versions of this movie that I just kind of have to get one version out. And later in this video, I will show all the version and what changes that I made along the way. So the version that I put out on YouTube is this version. It's exactly 2-minute version. So it's just for scene breakdown. I just wanted to say it. These frames that I just bought from the 99 cent store, they're super cheap. We broke them along the way because they're so fragile. If you trying to use a little force on them, they'll bend and fucking break. And I bought 3 of them. That's basically the budget of this movie. Without the gas and food, there's no food. Without the gas, it's just probably $3 for these frames. And I wanted for this character to be almost like an alcoholic after what happened. As you can see in these first few photos here, you can kind of make the connection of what happened to him and what he's going through just by looking at the picture. The camera goes across the empty bottles. These are bottles that the owner drinks. So there are only 3 people involved: me, the actor, and the owner of the house. Not the house, but the room. And there's actually a really cool little, I guess, Easter egg, or just something interesting to look at besides all these empty bottles. And we want to make the table as messy as possible, so we spread all these coins here, pens here, and a bunch of tissues. He's right. So this shot is a little bit more clear. As you can see, there's a car key over here. That's actually the idea of my friends. I didn't even put it there, and he said, what kind of crazy person would put a car key on their monitor? And so I was like, you know what, that makes sense, I'll put that there. And that's just like a little touch that we love. I really like this shot as well. This shot, we kind of worked a little more time than we thought we would be, because my original I guess vision for the thing was for the light to flicker, but on the day off we figured that particular light won't flicker. So I thought, you know what, we just turn it on and then plug it in to you have this little moment here. Cool shit. And I really like how we included the bottle cap over here. Nice touch. There's just more to look at on the screen. So what he's actually writing, I think it's just a passage that I found online, and I told him to just copy it. It doesn't really matter, we're not gonna see it anyway. So if everything from this movie, every sound including the room tone, everything is recorded in post. So everything is dubbed in. The sound here and everything else, everything is not recorded on the day off. It just dubbed it in later. So I had this idea of tracking him, and then I have this shot of him touching, I guess, caressing, touching the mirror. I feel like it's a cool shot. And building on that, I think people tend to reach for stuff when they're nervous, and they ask me too why would someone hold a hand to the mirror. I was like, just do it, okay? I think it looks cool. And then this is all one take. We had the idea of boarding these up because it's just too bright and a little bit too distracting, but we just didn't have the resource to do it. So you guys over here, yada yada yada. You can kind of see this shot. We slowed it down a little bit because, you know, something happens, okay? Things happen in the process of making movies. Picks up the letter, and then you can kind of see the whole mom thing over here to indicate that it's his mom writing to him. It's basically, I guess, a horror movie. No, it's not like. I guess it's a family drama disguised as a horror movie, if you want to put it in a more poetic way. And the voice at the end is my sister's voice, and that's it. That's the version that you saw. And I guess this is the version where it's the with the least fat. Everything seems to have a purpose, and that's what I decided to put out. And as you can see, there are so many versions of this one, like YouTube upload, Z Final Cut version 1, version 2, submitted version 2, and then ZZZ is another version. Here are some of the scenes that we cut out. I think we cut out. Does this have that? Yeah, we cut this out. So this is the third person that helped me. I told him to put on a black coat, and then we'll even make it even blacker in post. So that's what we did. So you can't see it, but when I was editing this, there's a black layer on top of him to make it even more black, to cover up all those reflections and whatnot. So it's all black. We cut this scene out because it doesn't really quite make sense if you really think about it. It wasn't the thing that we were looking for. Yeah, these are all the same. I also cut this shot out, the clock stopping. I guess it just doesn't fit with the scene, and the lighting is just a little bit off, so I just decided to cut it out. And the biggest, and oh yeah, this shot we cut it out too. Although I like the shot, it's quite haunting in my opinion. I really like the shot, but I guess if you have all these shots and you have a different different variations of things, and this scene just didn't make the cut. Literally. We have this scene is a huge camera movement that I cut out. It just wasn't the things that we were looking for. It's a feather dropping on the floor, and then we'll wait for him to pick it up, and then we'll follow him up. And this is when the doorknob starts turning. And that's the scene we cut out, because when I was doing research, they said that you somehow see feathers everywhere when you like going in contact with the dead or something like that. So I thought that would be cool to put it in, but I guess the final product will disagree. So he reaches for the thing, and then it drops, and everything else is the same. So those are the deleted scenes basically. Yeah, pretty fun. So I thought it would be a good idea to review some behind the scene footage and some of the cuts that we didn't use. I thought it would be fun. Just for the record, that's it. I have no idea why he recorded it in slow-mo. I'm talking to you, C1. Why? This is when I was standing over here for the wide shot. If you remember, there's a match cut when we have a close, almost over the shoulder shot of him standing up, and there's a wide shot. There's like a match cut, so you don't really feel the cut. Oh yeah, I was standing over here. Ready? 3, 2, 1, bang! Fuck. I just been so long since I've seen this footage. It's just fucking funny, dude. Because we were trying to work out a way to not let the chair roll too far. So we were trying ways to keep it as close as possible. Oh, so this is a photo when we were shooting in the bathroom. Yeah, cute fishes too, like over here. Very nice. This is the closer shot that we did. Yeah, we were working out the shot. This wasn't it. We were trying. We're just practicing the movement.
Can you do it like do it the same everything, as similar as possible. Okay. Right? Because we're gonna do the same movement over and over again.
I looking back at it, I shouldn't have said that. Do the same thing as similar as possible. I guess that's. I don't know. It's just something weird about that direction. I don't know, because this is actually the first time I'm taking a project really seriously. I'm trying to make it as good as possible, and this is also the first time I'm trying to communicate with an actor. Even though he's not an actor, he's acting for this part, so he's an actor in this context. So we were just trying to work out how to communicate with each other and trying to convey ideas successfully. Oh yeah, originally he said hello, but we decided to just cut that out because, you know what, let's just go all the way of no sound until the last second. So
hello?
Yeah, I'm trying to tell him, yeah, hello. Oh, I see you, C1. There it is. There you are. I wish there had been more though. So this is the ones that we were struggling to keep the chair.
How about this? Can you grab it here? So you don't have to.
Yeah, I'm trying to grab the chair so that way it's off screen anyway. You can't see. This is the. I think this is the video that. Oh yeah, we were shooting the mirror scene, and then we were trying to close all the closet doors, and then clean the mirrors so that they appear as clean as possible. But in the end product, you still see some stains on it. But you know, that's my cousin's shirt too. I don't usually wear that. Fond memories. We did this 2 years ago. What? 3 years? 2 years ago? I don't even remember. So this is the ones that is the funniest. So the context for this video is that we were doing the tracking shot, right? We follow him until the bathroom door, and then I say that we're gonna have this 90 degrees turn, so I don't really know what's going on behind me. So hey, can you help me and guide me through these turns? But I forgot to tell him that while you're putting your hands on my back, you have to look behind you because that's the whole point of it. I forgot to tell him that, so he didn't look back, and then this is what happened. Oh yeah, by the way, that's the lighting that we had. Literally a fucking lamp. What is it? A table light, LED light. That's the only lighting that we had, and everything else is just natural. Oh yeah, also the backlight over here. That is the light over here behind. I forgot to tell him to look back.
Oh!
He stubbed his toe.
Dude, it was so painful, man.
You fucking dumbass.
This time, so this time you're gonna do this. You stand up.
We're trying to
touch the mirror, right? Yeah. That's a little bit slow. After this point, move a little bit faster. Okay. So that we don't have that problem. Yeah. Okay. And also, you don't have to look at me, right? You know that, right?
Oh yeah, now I reminded him.
You don't have to look at me. Yeah. All you have to do is look back.
Yeah. I told him afterward. I completely forgot about that. Yeah, so I think that's all the behind the footage that we have. The score, it's really not. I didn't release the score because it wasn't a full picture. The only scores that we have was just literally a tune, and that's it. It's not a complete song, so I didn't release it. And also, if you listen closely, that song, that melody is really closely inspired. I basically copied off from Interstellar. It's basically the same thing but with different notes. Yeah, so ADR, these are all the sound effects that we recorded later and then dubbed it in. You can see like chair chair Y, clock ticking, doorknob, letter, knob, journal writing, restroom sound. I haven't seen all these videos. I bet there are some of them that are really funny though.
Start anytime. You can drink a little. Okay, we're action now. So you know, yeah, you're right. And then
I think I need a shot. Like,
great idea, Saigo. That's the only excuse that you have for taking a shot. Salute, my friend.
you can drink a little. Okay.
Isn't this matter? I'm taking a drink with you 3 years ago. I mean, I'm taking a drink with you, a 3-year-old you.
We're action.
Saigo, you should stop.
yeah, it is.
Okay, so as you can kind of see, there's a kind of reflection over here. That's the lamplight reflection. We put the lamplight on the floor, and then we have a bouncer to bounce off the light. It doesn't really look natural now that I see it, but after color correcting, you can't see it anyway. So, oh yeah, so this is the original shot, right? Yeah, so you can see it's not that dark. You can see kind of reflection over here. So it's like, nah, I have to put a black plate over that.
Tilt your head up. No. Okay. That's way too much because it's not flickering.
So we're trying to work out the timing. You can kind of see that we were kind of dissociating because there's a disconnect. We didn't know how to communicate ideas yet.
You're right.
But it went well. Everything,
Flip.
I messed it up because I was talking.
We won't see your mouth.
No?
Yeah.
We were not shooting.
We're not shooting your mouth. We're just shooting your eyes. So let's do that again.
Okay.
Oh my god. I promise I gotten a lot better with the rest of history. I gotten a lot better. Not with producing, but with directing, I feel like I got a lot better.
Flip a page. No.
Oh shit.
Oh yeah. Everything is in real time now. C1 is doing the light, and we were trying to time it. I just want to review some more footage.
Writing. Flip. Okay, that's good.
These are the takes.
Good.
These are the takes that we did later
Shift
on.
your body to the right a little bit. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Flip a page. It's okay. Keep going. 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, this shot is right in the middle. That's why we didn't use it. And then I think probably we used the last take. Let's see. Is this the take that we did? We end up using?
Okay. Flip a page.
No, probably not.
Tilt
this
your
one.
head up a little bit. Okay, that's great. I'm gonna do the light. 3, 2, 1. Stay.
Okay, probably I would probably did that. Use
Tilt your
that
head
one.
up a little
That was
bit.
probably
Yeah.
the last take that we did was really the best one that we did. You can also see that he's been writing and then erasing all over again. Right over here, you can see the smudge. See, if we worked a long time with the feather shot because we were trying to get the focus and the rate
3, 2,
right.
1, and drop it.
We were trying to follow it. We
Yeah.
didn't have any equipment. We only had nothing. We only had a tripod and our hands. That's it.
Slowly. Wait for me.
Also, I really like the special effect shot. As I said, Z was built around the special effect. I wrote the theme. So there are 3 elements pulling together. The first element is this element. It's where we taped a string to the pen, and then we have someone dangle it in front of it like this. We don't change anything. We don't change lighting. We don't change the camera setting. We don't change nothing. So this is the first element. We have this guy holding up the pen. This is the first element. The second element is actual dropping of the pen. So we will kind of measure where we're gonna put the pen, dangle it for a few seconds. So we have the first element. We will take out the string, and then we will drop it right about the same location so that it looks natural. So that's the second element. You see here?
Okay, and a little bit higher. Okay, 3, 2, 1, drop it.
So that's the second element. This is the third element, I think. Yeah, this is the third element where it's just completely empty. So you layer these 3 elements on top of each other, and then do some little cropping, and then you can get the effects that we end up having. There's this one really quick shot. I cut the majority of it out. This shot, I think.
Action.
It's really quick. I probably should have kept it in, but just over the time, like from the time that we finished shooting to after that I finished editing, I have the first version, to releasing it last week, there have just been so many versions, so many different tweaks to it, so I just can't keep track of it all. In a universe somewhere, this shot made the scene, made the actual cut, which is really cool. I really like the shot. It's really aggressive. I like the fact that it's handheld, and we did the best out of it. Speaking of which, I also want to mention this little thing over here. So this is the version that you guys see, the YouTube upload version. You can, if you see it closely over here. Also, I'm really proud of this cut too. Like, you don't see the cut. Boom, you don't see the cut. I don't know. I'm pretty proud of that. You see the pen drops, and then the next shot, the pen is not in the same location, right? So the pen drops around at the bottom of the paper, but the next shot, when we cut back to it, is on top. It's that little thing that I definitely fucked up a little bit, because we were trying different takes with the pen dropping, and then we found the best one, and the best one happens to be completely different than the best take from this shot. So it's my bad. I didn't see it until when I was editing it. So yeah, that was it. Good times. Thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you Saigal and C1 and Daniel for helping me make this movie. Also my sister. Yeah, this is my first narrative short. Really proud of that. It's not perfect. We didn't have budget. We didn't have lighting. We didn't have audio, anything like that. Just a tripod and a camera and a bunch of people, and that's it. And really proud of that. I would love to make a video talking about some of the behind the scenes of the rest of history, my second film. Because that film was a mess. The production was just a mess. We had to overcome a lot of things, and some juicy bits here and there, and it's just a mess when I was producing it. And it's definitely a lot bigger. The production value, the budget. We also have food. The budget is a lot higher. We had a cinematographer. We have all these equipment. I would love to talk about it probably next week if I have the time. And yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for watching, and I would love to make more short films in the future. Thank you, as I said, everyone involved with this film, and I could not have made it without y'all. Yeah, stay safe and Papa bless everybody. Thank you.